guys, Jacqueline here. In today's video, I'm bringing you my review on the brand new Olivia Palermo Beauty. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you can give me that opportunity and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to know more about this new luxury beauty brand, then just keep on watching. The new luxury beauty brand by Olivia Palermo just launched. And if you're wondering who is Olivia Palermo, she's a fashion influencer, a socialite from New York. And I actually learned more about Olivia Palermo back about 2.5 years ago when Charlotte Tilbury came out with her second edition of her Hot Lips 2, her lipsticks. And you may be wondering how and why. Well, while I was doing that review video, doing the swatches for the lipsticks, those new lipsticks, one of the shades is called In Love with Olivia. And then I find out that the name In Love with Olivia, it was after Olivia Palermo. It's this lipstick right here, one of my favorite ones. And then I learned a little bit more about Olivia and start following her, liking her style. Her style is more modest yet city, New York City vibe, but again very modest and just very clean, feminine. She likes to play with some trendy styles from time to time or throw kind of like a statement pieces. But yeah, that is a little bit about Olivia. She has also an Italian background, and I will have to say that I really enjoy the way that she dresses, the way that she styles her clothing. I really enjoy her. So as soon as I saw that she was coming with a beauty line, I was intrigued, very intrigued. There wasn't too much buzz about it, and on this first launch she just came out with 4 products. One of them is kind of like an illuminating primer that I decided honestly to skip. There's also a mattifying mist, and I don't need anything mattifying because if you don't know, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel, but I do have dry, sensitive skin, consider mature skin because I'm on my 4th floor. So anyhow, friends, I went ahead and logged into her website right now. That's the only place that you can find Olivia Palermo's beauty. It's on her website. It's not sold at Sephora or other stores as of right now, although I see that hopefully perhaps in the near future we can see her in Net-a-Porter or Nordstrom. Hopefully, we'll see. But anyhow, friends, I received my package. It came like this. I mean, very nice, well wrapped. I mean, I also love the shade that she chose. I love the combination of these emerald green and then also gold. I mean, her aesthetics is just lovely. Kind of give me a little bit of a vibe of Victoria Beckham beauty type of style. I mean, very elevated and sophisticated. Aside to the primer and the mist, there are 2 eyeshadow palettes. One that is called Soiree, a little bit more deep in tone, that you can use it either for evening time or if you just want to have more deep kind of looks, and Au Natural, which is kind of like a little bit more everyday. I ended up picking up that one right there, and I have it right here. Let me tell you that the presentation, the unicard, the material, the type of cardstock that is made this unicard ain't cheap. Let me tell you that this is linen type, and if you have ever had to print anything, invitations or whatever it is, this is expensive to make, and it has details like even embossing. It has in print Olivia Palermo in gold, and it's a beautiful gold. It's not super shiny. It's kind of like a yellow gold that is very light in tone. I mean, I think the presentation is beautiful. Another thing to know right here, her products are made in Canada, and her eyeshadow palette has a weight of 8.5 grams of product. So here you go, my friends. This is how it looks like, the unicard. Like I said, very elegant, and the shelf life is of 12 months. Let me tell you, this is luxurious. From the presentation, the unicard has a second box to protect really well the product, which it's phenomenal. And then as you take it out, first of all, you'll find right here it says Olivia Palermo in green. Very beautiful. And look at this component. Tell me if this design of the wave pattern, isn't this so pretty? I think it's just phenomenal. And then when you open it up, this is, I mean, it has a little bit of a tag because it has a very hard magnet, very hard magnet. So let me show to you. This is Au Natural. Stunning. You have 3 matte shades and then these other 3 shades right here. I mean, let's swatch it and let me tell you what type of shades they are, because they look like kind of like a hybrid between a satin with a little bit of shimmer in it. Seashell matte base, Cherry Mahogany matte, Desert Sand satin highlight. Here's the second row. Smoke Chestnut matte, Caldera Blue shimmer, Light Fawn shimmer. Look at this shade right here. It looks wet. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I honestly love the color story. I mean, it's just a simple pop of blue, but it's a fun pop of blue. And then I love that she has neutral tones, this kind of like rosy, rose gold tone kind of thing, and then some cool tones too. I think she has a really good mix right here. So I think I'm ready to start at least the eyeshadow look. By the way, all the products that I will be talking about today, they will be on my description box below, as well as everything else that I have on for my makeup, which I already have foundation, concealer, bronzer on, and blush too. Okay, let me get you a little bit closer. Scott Barnes number 62 brush and the shade Seashell. I'm going to use this shade to just set my concealer. BK Beauty 202 brush and the shade Cherry Mahogany. I actually like the mirror too. Oh, there's a protector. I mean, it has a good size mirror right there. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm taking this shade. Ooh, this shade has a lot of pigmentation. I wasn't expecting this right off the back. Sonia Builder Pro in the shade Desert Sand. I'm gonna apply it from the inner portion of my eyelid all the way to the middle. Definitely a very soft shade. Smith 253 brush and the shade Smoke Chestnut. It's beautiful, cool tone. You know, this shade is very pretty, but I want to try it applying it wet. Although it's very creamy when you swatch it, I feel like perhaps wetting it with some Matte Fix Plus or any mixing medium may give it a little bit more of oomph. Yeah, it definitely did, but you know me. So I really want to try it with my finger. That's a lovely shade. You know what? This shade right here kind of reminds me of the beloved Dior Cosmopolite. This one right here doesn't exist anymore. There's another one from the new Dior Mono eyeshadows that is close to, but not the same. So there you go. I mean, they are not identical. This is cooler in tone. This is from Dior. This is the one from Olivia Palermo, but I mean, close. A little bit close. So this is from Olivia, and this is Dior. The one from Olivia Palermo is a little bit warmer than the one from Dior, but I mean, kind of close. I don't know, it just came to my mind right away. Hey friends, let's keep going with this look. I'm gonna go back to this shade right here, Cherry Mahogany, and I'm using a Refer 28 brush. I'm gonna apply it on my lower lash line. Refer 06 brush and the shade Seashell. And I'm gonna take this shade and apply it on my inner corner and on my brow bone. I'm using Benefit Roller Liner in the shade Brown. Marc Jacobs Eyeliner in the shade Raw Cocoa. by Beauty Absolute Mascara. Done with the eye look, and now let's jump into the lipstick. I went ahead and purchased Olivia Palermo matte lipstick in the shade Santa Fe. This also has a shelf life of 12 months. It does have a weight of 3.5 grams. Again, it's made in Canada. And let me show it to you. This is so beautiful, weighty. I don't know, this shape right here kind of reminds me of the architectural designs of Egyptians and also from Peru. You know, I'm Peruvian. I don't know if you're familiar with the quero. A quero is the cup, kind of like the per se, like the wine glass, the main glass that the Inca used. Like, I'm talking about the highest society, and this is how, I mean, it reminds me of just like that. Okay friends, I know I went out of tangent right here, but I'm truly enjoying the design of her products. So on the very top you will find engraved of her logo, and then this is magnetized like that, and then right here it says Olivia Palermo too. I mean, so pretty. What a beautiful shade. This is a very lovely pinky tone. Now, just for the fun and for comparisons, let's compare it with Charlotte Tilbury In Love with Olivia. This is also like a neutral pinky tone with this very art deco kind of packaging. Definitely the one from Charlotte Tilbury, it's a little bit more warm in tone, but very close. Okay friends, I know I already have my mascara on, but you know what? Let's take this look a little bit to the next level and just make kind of like a more deep eyeshadow look. I know I already have the liner, but you know, we can trick right here. And this is what you should do with your makeup. You know, if you are, you know, going in the morning and you want something softer, and then you have to go out on the evening or go for dinner or whatever the case is, just play with your makeup. So I'm gonna go with this shade right over here, which is called Smoked Chestnut, and this matte formula has a lot of pigment, so I'm just gonna deepen it out right here. And I know you're gonna call me crazy, but I'm gonna go with the blue shade, Caldera Blue. I'll pick up plenty right there. And I'm just gonna go over top. I mean, honestly, I'm not afraid to do so. And that right there is creating a beautiful smoky eye look. Let's go ahead, this same blue shade, and let's wet it with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus. And I'm gonna apply it wet. And I like to see the intensity right there. Let's try with the finger. If you want to intensify, you can certainly do so. I'm going back to this shade, and then I'm gonna apply it on the inner portion. Going to Smoked Chestnut. I'm gonna take this shade and apply it on my lower lash line. And there you go. Now we have an evening look, an easy evening look. Now I'm ready to give you my final thoughts about the products that I tried today from Olivia Palermo. I have to say, First of all, packaging, A+++. I mean, 100 out of 10. Yes, like this is a luxurious, beautiful packaging. I mean, like, this is heavyweight, very, very gorgeous. Now, as far as the formulation goes, the matte shades are a little bit on the drier side, yet they are not powdery, so I didn't find any fallout, and in fact, I found out that they are very, very pigmented. Except for this shade right here. This shade, I mean, didn't do much on my skin tone. I wish it was, you know, a little bit more neutral in tone, something in between these two shades, but oh well, because this shade could serve me into, you know, just mixing. I can mix this shade with this shade and this shade with this shade, so I do have, you know, room to work with, but they have, again, a lot of pigment, so tap very little and go for it very, very gently, because like I said, you will not find fallout with those shades. You're gonna find that you're gonna have color payoff right away. Now, about this satin shade right here, I will have to say that you can even use it as a highlighter. Let's try it. Now, I already had a highlighter on, but definitely you can use it as a highlighter, and on my light to medium skin tone, it's not giving me a cast. It's very soft, super creamy. It does have emollients in it that is beautiful to work with, and it's a very subtle shade. It doesn't have a lot of shine to it, but it does have, you know, a beautiful effect on the eyelids, or also you can use it on your face. Now, these two shades right here are more of like a satin shimmer hybrid. They are called shimmers. You will find a little bit of very small specks of glitter, no chunky glitters at all and whatsoever. They are shimmers. So I will suggest, when using these shades right here, I mean, I'm okay using my fingers to apply my eyeshadows. If you're not, a wet brush will give you the most, you know, like that, not metallic foil, but the most, you know, shimmer look to the eyelids. Otherwise, they are not opaque, but they will be more subdued, not too loud, but oh my, if they are beautiful, because they have that, you know, chameleonic effect that you can go very light if you use just a packing brush, or just a little bit more with a wet brush, or if you want more than with your finger. I mean, you have so much control of this formula, but the only thing that I will kind of like tell you, be cautious about, is that make sure you're very precise when you apply it, because you may find just a little bit of fallout. But it's something that I just would like for you to consider when doing your makeup. I mean, will I recommend it? I would say yes. I will 100% recommend it. I love both eye looks, the blendability. It didn't look matte. I mean, the color story right here is beautiful, and I'm really intrigued to perhaps get the one in Soiree, because those are kind of my tones. There's some burgundy, some golds, you know, it's a little bit warmer in tone. Truly stunning. Now, going into the lipstick formulation, this is a matte formula, and usually I'm not a person that likes matte formula, but this formula is so pretty. I mean, like, from, again, package A++++, 1,000 pluses. I mean, heavy, weighty, gorgeous packaging. But the formula is kind of like, I will say it's more like a tone 4 formula. Yeah, very, very alike to a tone 4 formula that I'm just like very, very surprised of. Pigmentation, I mean, full opacity right at first swipe. Stunning. And this shade, Santa Fe, is lovely. It's this pinky nude shade. Truly stunning, and I just hope to see more from Olivia Palermo. Would love to see blushes, bronzers. I know the brand will go little by little, but I think this first start is leaving me wanting for more from Olivia Palermo. Okay, my friends, and I think this makes it for this video. I would love to continue the conversation on the comment section down below. Let me know if you have purchased anything from Olivia Palermo, if you're interested about it, or if something is on your wish list. Let me know. And while you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I hope that you can give me that opportunity and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also share it with family and friends, and until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye.